Hello, dear people of the world, and welcome to the 10th episode of the My Sims series. Yes, this is the 10th episode and the final episode in this round. Well, technically, it's between rounds because we've already done the round, but who really cares? And just as a quick filler video so that we don't end on the unsatisfying number of 8 videos, 9 videos, sorry, but on the satisfying number of 10 videos, we shall start, sorry, I shall do a filler episode which is introducing some side characters which you may or may not have seen in some of the videos, maybe walking by, and which I have most of them seen walking by. And I've set them all up here. I had downloaded some pose mods, but like natural poses and poses from the loading screen and stuff to make it a bit more natural looking. But well, I guess I did something wrong and they're not correctly installed. But anyway, these are all the characters I'm going to introduce here. I'm going to go through the list and introduce them. So they might be a bit not. These are multiple families. So they might be way out of order. So let's start off with Jerry. I have let me just move him into our direction. I have talked about Jerry once or twice already. In the first episode, I have mentioned Jerry's bowling alley, although I might have cut that out. And in the more recent episode, I've mentioned that I rebuilt Jerry's. I was about to say Jason. Jerry's bowling alley into Jerry's casino and added a bit of story to Jason. See, I said Jason. Jerry. I don't know what's so difficult about that, but I keep wanting to say Jason. And I have added a bit of story to the character, which is basically that he's not actually Jerry, he's just an impersonator. And yeah, you can figure that out by yourself, that story, because in Jerry's hut in the backyard and garden, you can see for yourself when I do upload, and you are interested, and you can just download it and see for yourself. So next, did I give him a bio? Did I actually give him a bio? I don't know. No, I did not. I will have to see if I do that. Then over here we actually have a new family, which is an interesting family because this is a part of the Chuban family. It is Lisa Chuban. And I will go through. There are multiple people. There are 4 people in total of the Chuban family. This is an extension of the Chuban family with a bit of a story. They don't have a home. They are in the Bin family, I have said last episode, which you might have seen because it came out, what, 3 hours or so ago? For you anyway. I am recording this a day later. And there's not a lot of music here. I might just turn this mode on so we have a little bit of music. But I can't because I need to look at their bios and their family trees. So I've actually did make them part of the family. I actually have like connected them. So Lisa over here is a sister of Tobias, and this is now connected to this huge family tree of a family, and I have made his stepsister, so they have different fathers. And her father isn't shown, but his father obviously is, because I have actually created him and stuff. And her husband is not shown, and his ex is not shown, as in may know, because if you have watched that episode. She has 2 children, which we'll get into, and a mother, obviously. And yeah, she came here with the intention of like basically she wanted to move here for a very long time, and she's actually older than Tobias. I believe she's 4 days older or so. Yeah, she should be 4 days older. Um, she is his older sister, so she's going to turn old. If you do decide to put her down and like play with her as well, she will age up soon. And her bio basically just says that she wanted to move into Tobville for a very long time, but she just couldn't. And to be exact, she wanted to move in since her brother Tobias had taken over the world and had moved here. So then we have Josie. I have talked about her as well. She is the owner of the she is the owner of Josie's Cafe and Mart. Um, she doesn't really have much of a story. She's just a character that will be walking around and stuff, and is a shop owner. So if you do have open for business, it's supposed to be a live-in shop, although a live-in business. Although I don't know, can you visit live-in businesses as the player? If you can't, well then I personally wouldn't move her in there. If you can, well then there's no reason not to. So then moving on, we have Katie. She owns Katie's Cafe, which is the first cafe that was built here. And yeah, that cafe is also supposed to be a live-in business. So I have accidentally created a lot of live-in businesses. So anyway, moving on, we have Leo over here, Leo Chuban. He has a bio, and he is the 3 minutes older brother of Marie, which you can already see there, and often makes fun of his sister, although he still loves her very much, which you can see here. I've done that with purpose. And then we have Marie herself, and Marie is obviously the younger sister, and on the drive to Tobville, she had a fight with Daniela, which we'll get to, and she now wants to make up for that, but she's firstly going to grow into an adult in a second, and then we have the problem with Daniela, which we can move on, which is a good transition actually. They actually are furious with each other, and you can see she's way less furious with her because she wants to get back. And why I say that that's a problem, Daniela has a problem there, is because I've set it so that Daniela will actually, if you play this, um, will actually die the same day as you play. So if you do want her to get happy, I've made her unhappy, and I think she probably has a wand. If you have furniture, she'll probably roll the wand to get back to being friends with Marie, and you could make her happy that way and thus have a better death. Her bio, I think, only says, her bio only says that she knows her life is going to be over soon. Then we have Clara Häuslich, which, if you follow the series, you know that Häuslich is the family that lives over here with what's her name? Amanda living there. And this is indeed Amanda's mother. And I have as well connected her to the family tree. And so if you do see her, because she's also a Bin family member, or she's her own Bin family. She moved here. She moved here alone after her husband died, and so you can tell that it's Amanda's mother without checking yourself. I've made them look very similar. I've um I've taken a picture of Amanda's face actually to kind of try to remodel it as much as possible onto Clara, so she looks about the same as Amanda, and I've given her the same hair and the same like pinky aesthetic and stuff. She has red hair. She has red hair, but she's old, so she has grey hair. Anyway, then we move on to the last part of the family already, actually being Frederick, I guess, who is the father of Amanda and actually her husband. But as I have said, she moved here alone because he died, and you can see he's a zombie. And his bio also says, or his bio is supposed to say, I guess I will have to adjust that. I think his family bio says something like, after waking up in the living room of Clara, being confused, he followed his wife all the way here to find out what happened to him. And then I don't think, yeah, her bio, I only says what I already said, that after her husband died, she moved here. So these were all the characters that I wanted to introduce you to as the filler episode. I think I will also go through the businesses as well. Here you can see again what I've already said. They are all bin families, so you will see them walking around, but they don't actually have homes, and you can move them in if you want to. And because they are bin families, they also don't have homes, so they're not like townies. And I've created a few empty businesses. If you are doing a challenge or something, like if you decide to download this neighborhood when I do upload it, if you decide to do that, you can just and you decide to do some kind of rags to riches challenge, or like something like that, or like you just want to open your own business but have a bit of a challenge. I have put down a few lots, to 4 to be exact, for 5 to be exact, for empty businesses, and they are different size. This is a more lengthy one, as you can see. This is a very small one. There are 2 very small ones. Here's the beginning of building. You can expand on that or something like that. And this is the biggest one, being an emporium, but it has a huge lake that you would have to fill, which does cost money actually. But anyway, let's go through the businesses. So this is Jerry's bowling alley, or Jerry's casino as it is now. It has a bio, and it says like that it's mysterious, and that it's a bit mysterious and kind of like that it's mysterious and a bit weird, and nobody knows why Jerry had decided to go away from the idea of having a bowling alley to own a place like this like scary aesthetic stuff. And so let's go through a bit. We have the entranceway. This is like the downstairs area. It's like kind of child friendly and stuff. It has loads of computers, and these desks, these are from a mod, a one tile desk mod, which I have installed, and not every desk works, but that may be because some of the desks use packs and mods, not mods, only packs probably, which I do not own, and thus I cannot have the desk because the meshes, the textures are missing. We also have some flipper machines, a sofa with a TV here, some arcade machines. You can buy smartphones and stuff here. Well, not smartphones. They're not really smartphones, they're just phones. You have the car and PC thing here, and you have a bathroom here. It's a gender neutral bathroom, I believe. Yeah, it is. And then you have the upstairs, which is less child friendly and more like towards adults and teens, with originally there being a poker table here, but I didn't want that, and so I just added this thing. And we have a little break room if you decide to play with Jerry, have him like move into apartment if you do have apartment life, and play with him. He has a little staff room where he can hang out. Yeah, that is this place, this ugly place. So anyway, here we are at the next business. It is Josie's Cafe and Mart. It's a little cafe and a little mart, and it has this cute pink aesthetic, with this being an add-on Josie added on later, thus the name add-on. So let's do a little, like, not really tour, but like overview of the place. So we have the stand thingy outside, because somewhere here would just be way too cramped. You know what I mean. You know what I want to say, right? Also, if you do decide to have Josie actually own, like if you have open for business and you decide to have Josie own this place and run it as a home business, this is actually possible. You can have a home restaurant. What you need to do is you need to go in, type in the cheat to change it into a residential lot, just have a move in, and then whenever you open the business or something like that, like you have to remove the NPCs that will spawn, just delete them. You can delete them in the build mode or whatever. You just have to delete them, that will be fine then. And then your people can work at their stations and it will all work fine. That's at least what I heard. So yeah, you can. This is like a little cafe, and then also the floor. So you realize this has been added on later. This is Josie's little apartment thingy. She only has a little tiny space up here with a little kitchen and stuff, and it's very it's designed in a very cute way and a very pink way, as you can see. I don't know if she can get into the bed if it's like this. You'll have to try and see yourself. But yeah, that was actually already it for this business as well. So let's move on to the next. Now here we have the fitness studio, or gym, as some of you may just say. It's not my finest work. I just quickly slapped it down to have it, and you may recognize it as well, because I have already like recorded a short in this place. I recorded I don't know what I named her. I think I literally just was well in the title named her What's Her Face, but I think her actual name in game is Mrs. Director or Mrs. Visitor, I guess. And she just worked out, and I believe this thing and this thing back here, and went into this thing. But so there's a gymnasium. There are bathrooms. You have the little shower part for before you go into the swimming pool. There's also a little outside swimming pool for the hotter days, and even a little grill and place for you to put your hot dogs or whatever you've grilled, whatever your sim grilled for you. There are some lights here. I know they don't look the most pretty, but I had to add these lights because these lights don't actually light up the area. So there's also a little band area here. I have tested this entire building and it's all usable, and I've even been able to, because here's the entrance, the only way to enter, I have been able to even gain a lot of tips here. Also, this fence, if you have seen the last episode, the fence that was in the last episode is by the same person who made this fence. I think they're amazing. Are they all by the same? Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's the person who made this. I love these fences. Do check them out on Mod The Sims, because these fences are amazing. I don't like every single one. For example, this one I don't like as much, or like this one I also don't like as much, but most of them I absolutely love. They're all masterfully created, they all look beautiful, they all have great textures, I think, and almost all of them, or maybe even all of them, have a fence, like door variations as well, so you can have doors in these and then it would look fine. So as I've already said, I think these fences are amazing. But anyway, let's move on to the next business. Alright, so I have talked about this place multiple times. It is the nightclub, the local nightclub, and if you do have open for business, you can have Sophie Dreamlike own it. I feel like she would own this place. So anyway, and yes, there are a lot of flaws to this building because of the whole roof thing. Like, it's a bit detached and it has a lot of columns in here. So we have the first floor here, which is basically you have a little espresso area and you can have seats here, and there's also a little bar, and there's a little stage bit with like these fire things, the DJ booth, and at which you can also be a DJ to earn some money. Then there's an upstairs bit, and this is the reason why it's called a nightclub. Rose, I guess. Rose floor. I used to have something in the name that basically said that upstairs is the main area, and I think I removed it at some point because the name just didn't fit right, or just didn't feel right, I guess. And the upstairs is basically where the main part of the nightclub comes in. You have a few coffins, you have tons of beds, and a shower slash bathroom. And yes, these are all separate showers. I don't actually need to do this anymore because when I did this, this was, I believe, the second business I built ever in The Sims. Yeah, in The Sims overall. This is the second business I ever built in The Sims overall. Like in all Sims games, it's the second business I've ever built. So the first one being this one, and at the time I didn't have university yet, so I couldn't just use these showers. But I don't think I will change that. I think I like this, being like these little separate rooms. And since I've built this, I've also figured out you can't actually woohoo in the beds. So that's a shame. And if you want to use this place for story purposes, as like, oh, I am the child of a mother who accidentally conceived me at this place, that isn't possible. I just want to throw that out there. Unless you use mods or cheats, I don't think that's possible at all. So this is Katie's morning brown. This is Katie's Cafe Morning Brown, and this is also the part where I remind you that I do not have whatever pack makes you able to lower the roof, because I can't. I would, but I can't. So this is another live-in business. So we have up here Katie's quarters, but I didn't care for building it because, well, at the time I just did not care. if I do decide to ever rebuild this or something, or like update it, I will. Actually, I can just quickly do that now. I will just switch out this fridge for the small one because I feel like it fits better. And I will also add a second one of these and put the fridge inside of it. So we have a counter space actually. In this place, this is a cafe / restaurant, and we have a huge bar over here, which sometimes can be a bit of a pain to have all the staff and stuff run around, and sometimes sim, if they're doing actions that require a bit more space, they like to run back here, so I might just add like a bit of an open space here, because otherwise this was uneven anyway. So this is actually already the final build I did, and the first thing I ever built in any of the Sims games, the first business I ever built in any of the Sims games. And as my first Sims build that is not a house, I am actually quite amazed at what I did here. Yeah, it's just a giant supermarket. Most of the time it's rather empty, and there's a little restaurant part here. And the restaurant is where most of the NPCs and townies that do spawn around you go. There's a little entrance right here. You have the doors you usually have in a place like this, in a supermarket, and you can go through and grab your stuff. Go at the in supermarket restaurant, I guess, and then you can go to checkout, grab your final stuff. Actually, no wait. No, actually, I will do it here. I have realized that I have not placed one item that in most of supermarkets I've been to anyway has actually been a thing, which is magazines. Often there are at least some magazines, some magazine rack somewhere, and so I will add that here as well. And these are supposed to be checkouts. I did these things because they have the little boxes and everything, and because they have the black top. And they have also these phones, so if they need to do any like any calls to the supermarket, to any employees or something, they can do so. There's a little public toilet here. Well, I say little, is probably one of the biggest one on all of these. And throughout the supermarket is actually quite big. Yeah, so that was the final business. And so I will see if I have to talk about anything, but I don't think I do. Oh yeah, I want to touch on that I have already prepared some of the some lots, so you can move out some Sims from their homes, like the Canadian family, if these three actually ever grow up, which they hopefully will. Then at some point maybe some of them could move into this lot, like the favorite child or whatever could move out from here to here. And I did the same with here. We can have, I think I will have what's the space, I think I will have Jasmine and Natasha like move in here. And I've done the same for there we go. I've done the same for Hannah. She will have a little hut here. I've even called it Hannah's house, and it's a little house in the woods over here, so she can have that. I think that's all the generational houses, so everyone else you might have to move into an apartment or something. For that I say you should move them into this apartment because it is the nicer one, and I believe they're also, well, they're bigger than these, definitely. But anyway, oh Right, I almost missed them. We have 2 more businesses we still quickly have to go through. So here we have the family park, I believe I called it. Yep. And it's just a skating alley and the ice skating alley. Both exits you shouldn't use blocked off. So NPCs and townies might be complaining a bit when they're rolling around here. Every time they want to get off here, they will complain and then roll on and get off here. Most of a thing that happens very often is that there will be blockages like here and they won't be able to get off. Your Sims as well. This has happened to me in the second episode on Hans and Eddie's date. Eddie, I believe, couldn't get off for a while, so yeah. But it's fine. I never had anything happen. And then you have small public toilets and a little grill area. Yeah. And this place was almost in an episode, but with that being the episode with Sophie Traumgleich and Andrea. I don't know what her last name is, but you probably know her. Sorry. And their episode, if I don't know if I already said this or not, but their episode was actually the final episode before I finally managed to fix the game. And funny thing is, I fixed the game the same day, so if I just had not recorded at the time, you may have already seen this place and the episode wouldn't have been starting at, I think it started at 18 already. So anyway, we have the, ooh, actually, thanks, I have to do this. This is the left and right bistro. And actually, I don't know, I see a lot of Sims 2 YouTubers calling it a bistro, but I only know it as a bistro. But now that I say it out loud, it does, whoops, sorry, I hit my mic. Now that I say it out loud, bistro does sound a bit stupid, so I will be saying it like bistro, which also sounds a bit weird. But anyway, it's a left and right bistro. It's designed to be blue on the left side and on the right side red. It's hard to say because color coding. And there's also a middle point, which is in the kitchen has white tiles instead of blue, and I think here it has the white banner and stuff. And yeah, I don't think it actually, when I say it like that, is there a white countertop? No, not really. Then I would just make it green, as long as like different. I could also technically move this over, like move it like this, but then this is like standalone and like this. But I think I will actually do that. So there we go. That looks nice. And then we have Sally's, I think I called it. Yeah, Sally's. But there isn't a townie or anyone called Sally, so this is also not a business you should own because there's just way too many things going on. It's 2 businesses, it's supposed to be a community lot. And this is a clothing shop. And I think at some point I also added magazines here, but I guess I did that in gameplay and so it didn't actually save. But I have actually decided by looking through this what they could sell. They shouldn't be selling magazines or anything like that, but accessories as well, because I have decided that they would be the one selling the perfume, and so they also should be the one selling the dog and cat like collars. Also there's a photographing station. There are 2 in this neighborhood, one is here, one is here. Yeah, you have an outside grilling area here. I love to do outside grilling areas in public spaces. Why, I don't know. I have multiple of these. And then we have a little stage here. Um, this is really just a simple stage. It has all the instruments currently available to me, if I am correct. Yeah. There are a few seats here, and your Sims can play on these. But I have play tested this, and I have realized that I don't remember quite well, but I don't know if you are actually able to get here. So you might not be able to play the drums. I'm hoping you are. I am hoping you are. But all the other instruments you are able to play. You might not gain as many tips though, because Sims do not... They tend to give tips if they're like nearby and just standing and idling. But since this is counted as a different space because it's on a platform, they may not give as much tips. And also most of the NPCs and townies, like in the cafe and stuff, will be sitting and eating out. So yeah, that's that. And now finally we have the forest. You may be able to recognize what this walkway is modeled after. It is... Wait, I'm giving you 3 seconds that I'm going to be counting down to guess what this walkway is modeled after. Just the walkway itself. So 3, 2, 1, 0. If you said the music video to Lily Allen's Smile, then you are correct. Because in the Sims version of that, actually, the Simlish version, in the park she walks down, this very walkway is there. I don't know if the colors are correct, but I think they should be. There's like a darker version, but I don't think that's what they used. I think they used the more brighter version here. But you also have a pond, which is the main source of like fishes and stuff, if you do want to fish for like survival reasons. Like if you do a Wax Witches challenge or something like that, or I don't know every single challenge that's out there. I don't actually have done a lot of challenges for The Sims 2. I only have done challenges for The Sims 4, and I only like, and even then I only like tried to do the Ultimate Decades challenge, and that every time I've tried it at like at about 13:10, it's always started not working anymore, and I've not been able to save and stuff, which I might actually try to get back into that. But this isn't about The Sims 4, this is about The Sims 2. And that now actually was it. So we now have gone through all the community lots on this very island. If I had Bon Voyage, I think beach lots came with, I would have some beach lots somewhere. Maybe like here or something. I don't know how big beach lots are. Maybe here is an available spot for beach lots. But as I've said, I do not know. I don't have Bon Voyage. I never played with it because I thought it would be a very new pack to me, and it isn't really on my I want to have it list. Also, if you see this right here, this is, by the way, the house with the dying family. This is my family that I use for shorts, and this is their little studio they have. But yeah, that was every single lot. This lot I won't introduce you to because that's just an apartment lot I made up. I have a little family home here. This could be counted as a starter home, but you do need a bit money because there are no furnishings really, there are only the building itself. But then over here we have the 16,000 worth. This is definitely a starter house. And it also uses the fence. It also uses a fence from the creator of the fences. So yeah, that was a little overview. Oops, sorry. That was a little overview of Tobville and its community lots and the Finn families and some of the townies as well. This is a good ending song. So I hope you have... I'm an alien. This is great. It's a good combination. So I hope you have indeed enjoyed this quick little journey through Tobville, introducing some of the family, some of the community lots to you. And if you did enjoy and you want to see more of Tobville, do subscribe, like, and that sort of stuff. And if you do subscribe, you want to be notified, click on the bell, click every, but you probably already know that. If you don't want to be notified but know when I'm uploading, Monday is Evil Genius, Tuesday is something other than every other scheduled series, Wednesday is Sims 2, Thursday is Sims 2 University, and the rest of the week I take off to record, like today. Today is actually Friday for me. For you, it might be Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day you're currently watching this. So yeah, I hope, all in all, I hope to see you soon.